they're really good at a lot of different stuff. And I think you're looking at the bans. I think the Tahm Kench maybe stands out as something they didn't necessarily need to take away, but removing that from their opportunities, taking away that layer of safety from Doctarm is important. Could be questioned. We don't necessarily know. And then he just won. Let's see whether they can do it again. So we jump into the rift.
KT 하나 둘 셋.
Man, I am proud of the KT fans.
Swap towards the top side as we have a dive imminent here onto Doran, who does not have flash. We'll see if he's able to vacate. Looks like he might be too slow. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
The equalizer in perfect position. There's Eberpov. He's chain CC, but he does get a decent exhaust onto the perfect champion as the teleport comes in. Doctarm trying to keep the damage down. The carrier with that unsealed spellbook just going to get KT out of here. But now 4 versus 2, a possibility for a redive.
They have to dive, kind of, because top lane is just getting hammered. Owner's here with ult! The counter dive is ready!
Yep, the paranoia set up, and KT, they don't even know that he's here just yet. There's the paranoia going down. They catch them underneath the turret as Doran. So low, but he keeps himself alive. And Doctarm going to be taken out. The flash is immediate after Cuz as Owner gets on over there. The headbutt to try and save the Jarvan. They might be able to do that, but it is still a lost play for KT unless BDD can make something happen. And he almost does here as there's the flash forward. The flash away from Faker, and he keeps himself up.
He goes in.
Can he look for it? Can he actually find the 1v1? Is now BDD. He needs to avoid that one, the last auto, and BDD makes it happen.
Oh, if Faker hits that E!
Oh, there was so many iffy hits that's in that moment. My God. In the end, it was BDD that just hit enough.
It's still T1 that finds the outtrade because of the topside play, but BDD salvages that situation a little bit as here. KT feel pressed into this because topside is a disaster. There's no one there to answer the wave. But Doran doesn't even get hit by the flag and drag. Owner in perfect position. The pre-smite, and then Cuz sees his hero arrive as Peter ensures your friendly neighborhood cow keeps him safe. And then here, oh my God.
That charm
catches him mid-hop, takes him out. And then here, BDD goes in, tries to take him down with the flash. Then Faker, he goes back in. He goes back in with the level up timer. Think that's enough.
Oh,
and if that E hits,
if that backflip hits, he just gets like, it's another one of the Faker outplays. That would have been another one, but just doesn't quite find it. As you can see, T1 fans.
Now, grubs are being taken here. We might have another team fights on our hands. Peter has his ultimate, so does Owner.
Yep, first 2 already taken. Paranoia comes on through here as the cow trying to defend the rest of his team. The pulverize is good. The paranoia does nothing. Owner's just going to be taken out. Another kill for BDD. A cataclysmic engage from Cuz as Faker has got into the shroud. Carrier looking to get out of there with that added mobility, and that is almost Faker taken down.
The arrow!
Piercing arrow. And it's Carrier that's the target, and Doctarm doesn't quite find it. Will cancel the back there from Carrier, but that could have been way worse for T1. I think Perfect gets a bit of an idea.
He doesn't have his ult, so he can't just clear the wave. Might have to drop it and leave.
Oh God, this is so scary.
Peter's on the way again.
Gotta clear this one out.
Oh.
Yeah, Peter getting into position, and they decide that they're going to pull the trigger. The flash still available here as the exhaust. It goes down. The charm is decent, and Gumayushi going to be able to lock down the kill. My God, the turret does so much damage now that it's charged up. The Cuz is going to trade it for a dragon.
Obviously still ahead, but it's better than Cloud. I know you love Cloud, but
no, I can see it.
Into Jin Akali, even into Nocturne, I think you get a ton of value out of that. It's perfect. Might be in trouble here. Carry on the way.
Let's see what he can do here. No flash available as he'll just get knocked up and will get taken down. No scrap shield. Well, actually did have it, but it's just not going to be able to do enough there. Snip, snip goes Doran. Cuz gets here a little bit late. Flat combo composition with BDD able to clean up.
Fight.
All right, let's see how this one goes. As Carrier going in, does find out that there is a control ward in that brush. Doesn't get any more information, really. Doran shows up to the battlefield. And the Gwen, we need to keep our eyes on her. She's going to be such a problem for KT. Piercing arrow coming down as now Doran looking to start off the fight. The exhaust comes through, but Doran not really getting too much done. Is now so deep his owner, but he takes down the Varus and flashes away. There's that cataclysm we were talking about, but they've lost so much of the damage. There it is from Faker, finds the ulti, but doesn't go in on the backflip towards Cuz. Didn't want to sacrifice himself, and in fact, they've got their pick. They're happy with it.
But instead they made the call to just go for the turret. And I want to look at how Cuz survives here, because starts over with Doctom, the exhaust comes through, Dorm basically murders him, and then obviously Owner is able to very easily get the kill. Good flash from him to not get locked down, and then Cuz goes in but doesn't quite find it. I think Faker there doesn't hit the ult. If he hits the ult, do have a lot of threats on their comp, but if they keep falling further behind, and like we have this Fed Gwen, we have Gumayushi that is hard to get to unless you fully commit. These fights are not going to look good. Both perfect and Doctom are pretty far behind, and we need to see this actual combo of the equalizer and the power and teamfight that has to be used.
They're going in. They're going to find the angle once again. As yep, Doctom not allowed to play the game. As once more, Carrier goes forward, finds a quickness. One more time, the equalizer this time is going to come in. The Pulverize on top as they take down Doran, but it's a 2-for-1. KT still fighting uphill, and there is a stun on a BDD, locking him down. He gets under the turret, but that is still a man advantage here for T1, and a Dragon free for the taking. Okay, you can see though, there is still some fight in KT, and a 2,000 gold lead is not going to be able to win you the game.
I think he wants to position safely, and he will generally die in these fights, but you can't be that far up when there's no protection. You need to be behind your team, regardless of where T1 is, right? You need to be on the other end, and then Peter here does a good job of mitigating, but T1 at this point have already won the team fight. Yeah. Taken out the Rumble before he can really do too much, taken out the Varus. These fights looking way better for T1. That's the soul point denied.
Because he felt like it. Do you want that again? He just died to Krugs.
No, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you repeat that?
He died to Krugs because he felt like it.
I don't get it.
Oh, right. Well, he died. Well, Faker is going in. Let's see what Cuz can do about it as the paranoia comes down. I think Doctom's dying, ladies and gentlemen. Jonas Strong didn't even need to zoom out, although Doctom able to sidestep. He survived! It is such huge character development here as it's now Rift Herald being used to try and get Owner out of trouble, and it's going to work just fine. That was pretty cute. All of T1 will survive, and we've got the Rift Herald coming out one more time, looking to wander down the mid lane. They're not going to get a whole lot of value for it, but it keeps the Nocturne up, and that is enough value for Shelly.
That is the most Doran thing I have ever seen.
Yeah, did you see that? He died to Krugs because he felt like it.
Only truly great...
oh dear, Peter. He does have an unbreakable will. He's looking to try and turn things around. He flashes out of the way of the Shuriken, and he needed to. And T1 are just taking this Otacon towards the top side of the map. Cuz looking to come over. He's got BDD in tow. Oh god. Okay, well... let's see whether Cuz can get in there. Of course, it's a job, and he can travel a lot of distance. As Doran going on over, they do manage to take it down. Cuz goes in maybe a little bit too late, and the Deadly Flourish comes on through, but Carrier is already dead. Cuz getting taken down lower and lower as they get in, but Doctom still goes down. Doran in trouble. He will be taken out, but not before he gets his stake. And now Owner coming on in. BDD not able to get out of the way, and that is another one. Gumayushi cleans up, and T1 just watching KT circling this drain, looking to see whether they can fully flush it this time.
If T1 would not have escaped those fights, and KT would have found an angle, that could have been game losing. Right, Otacon was up, that could have been the comeback angle. As
all right, Doran going in. Circle is on cooldown, but Peter not going to be too worried about the Deadly Flourish.
Tickles.
Yeah, Pulverize not going to connect as Carrier gets over the wall.
They need this, Atlas. I think they need this badly.
Well, Cuz is still on it, but Faker looking for that flank angle. The control ward is going to spot him. Vision going down into this brush. Multiple wards coming on in, but the control ward's certainly working out here for KT.
So much damage.
This is the charm. And just watch for the Deadly Flourish. Doran dashing forward, finds that snip, and there are the curtains. Gumayushi just making sure that they are unable to get anywhere near this, but that is going to be the pickoff onto Carrier. The auto is in the air, and BDD is able to lock it down. Now he gets another charge. Gumayushi taking a bit of damage. The Nocturne is the one that secures this Dragon for T1 though. And now T1 look for the re-engage. The hail of arrows is from the grave as the Nocturne, the Jhin, the damage is coming through, and Faker with the perfect execution going to help lock down this Jarvan. Cuz nothing he can do. And T1, they are just going from strength to strength.
Fun also starting to get these Drakes. And Mountain Drake, when you're ahead, I think just feels amazing as Doran.
Okay,
They're trying to collapse.
Yeah, getting that flank angle as Doran almost kills perfect before anything happens as BDD continues to be the only one with kills on his team. The trade for the Baron looking to come in as Doctum. Unfortunately, he was on vision of the enemy team. The Shuriken backflip comes through and Faker is going to be able to lock that one down as KT. Looking to try and answer still. Peter is in position now, but another deadly flourish can hold the cow in position.
They got to try and find a fight.
Yep. Now
that Doran is dead, but I don't think they're going to get one. T1 disengages again.
They do stop the Baron, so I guess there is that.
It's a trade up, technically, for KT. I mean, Doctum is not really playing the game. Oh, Faker, he got caught on the flank. They know he's behind them.
Oh, this is, it could be a good angle, though, as he goes into the mist. Peter does have an unbreakable will. And now they're looking to try and turn this one. The spell shield just doesn't quite work there from Owner as he gets over the wall. He's inside the Cataclysm. The Pulverize, no, it's a grand entrance from Carrier that locks him down. There's the Pulverize, but it's too late, and it does not do anything. BDD, though, he's got a really cool hat, and he's got some resets. Gumayushi is Captain Jack, though. He cleanses it, and he's able to get the triple kill here for T1. They're looking for a Baron, and I don't think KT are coming back in this one.
And despite BDD's heroics, not going to be enough. T1 are bringing us to a certain 1-in-1 here. Wow, KDA is ruined already. Might as well try, right? Look for the Guma, because there's no jungler. Yeah, it's kind of insane as a...
In the meantime, we've got another engage here from Ona, who oh my god, okay, Gumayushi, those bullets are doing a little bit too much as they know exactly where KT's bread's buttered. It's BDD, and he is just going to get obliterated. That is Ona once again. Like, his scoreline must be absurd right now. Yeah, 7-2-8, not too bad. We're putting that in the pros column. Gumayushi as well, he's legendary, 8-0-6 on the chin as T1 are pushing up this bottom lane.
And then using those leads in an attempt to set up objectives. But the objectives went mostly to KT, and KT's team fighting was just way better. In this game number 2, they're opting even more into that strategy, right? Like, we're going really ham on our solo laners, and really anything else is... guys,
okay, yeah, but Pulverize, they're going to see whether they can kill the Nocturne, who just turns the lights out. The quickness getting so much value, and KT, they haven't been able to take down Ona. He's still alive as BDD just goes golden to watch him regen his health bar. Yeah, that's called Ona catching the kitchen sink and throwing it back at KT, and KT falling over. Doran, he might die, but I mean, right now KT are doing about as much work as the Krugs this game. And he doesn't even fall down. That's going to be it, guys. T1 gonna even out this series here in game number 2. And this is the T1 everyone wanted to see here in this road to MSI at Busan. A best of 3 now for all the marbles.
And that's a KT scoreboard if I've ever seen one. BDD on 9-4, everyone else, the KDA not looking so hot. But it's these compositions. Owner on a carry, Guma on a supportive AD pick, and then 2 big solo laners. Really, to me, this draft felt about the Akali and the Gwen. Akali took some time to get going.